Hi, Paul Sackis, Good News Planet, speaking to Patty Newton. Hi, Patty. How are you?
Hi, Paul. How are you today?
Okay. You're the president of Elephants on the Wall, and that's not an easy thing to be president of. I'll tell you that. How do you become a president of Elephants on the Wall, and why?
Well, Elephants on the Wall is a company where we design and manufacture paint-by-number wall murals for kids' rooms. And since I'm the main person here, I actually like to call myself the COE, the Chief Operating Elephant.
That sounds good.
Just for the fun of it.
You worked with them Disney people too, right? I think some.
I did. I worked with Walt Disney Imagineering a while back, and I designed signage for their theme parks. So you can see some of my signage all over Disneyland and Epcot and Typhoon Lagoon and a variety of others.
Wow,
so,
like what kind of a sign?
Well, it can be anything from something as boring as an exit sign all the way up to the major marquee. But the key was themed signage is you have to do something, if it's in a Typhoon Lagoon, that's a water park with sort of, flotsam and jetsam for signs and rides and stuff like that. So you have to create something that looks like it broke off a boat at some point in time. Or if it's something, I also did Star Tours at Disneyland, and that, of course, has to look futuristic. So you theme it from one end, from the major marquee down to the littlest, most supposedly insignificant sign, like an exit sign. That's a lot of fun.
And they're all really important.
They are all extremely important, especially if. Can you even imagine going to Disneyland with not one single sign there? It would be a disaster.
Actually, I got a master's degree in communications, right? So they were trying to help us learn how to communicate. So one of our assignments was go from one part of the woods to another part of the woods to tell somebody, how would you tell them to go there? What would you do to, help them? What would be your signage, whether it's a broken stones or, what do you do? So I imagine, so were you a child artist or what's?
I was always, I guess, relatively talented, although I didn't know it.
Okay.
I just did the stuff. I figured everybody else could do just as well as I could. So, I don't know, but I just kept going for it and had fun doing it. And went to little art classes and all that kind of stuff as a kid, and went to college in something totally different because I honestly didn't think you could make a living being an artist. And after 4 years of college, I started to get that creative bug started to nibble away at me. So I took a graphic design class at a junior college, and I aced the course. Of course, it was really easy. And I had a lot of fun. I thought, this is pretty cool. And then the parents said, hey, you want to go to Art Center? I'm going, what's an Art Center? It turns out Art Center is like one of the premier art colleges in the United States. So, actually world now. So I said, well, I guess so. So I submitted a portfolio and I got in. I lucked out, I guess. I don't know.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, they took me. I got in. I did fine, and ended up with a job at Disney a couple of years later. So it was kind of nice.
Yay!
So yeah.
Sounds good to me. Now, Elephants on the Wall. Actually, when I had seen one of the murals, I loved it because at one point in my life I had a 30-foot mural in my house, and actually it was wallpaper. And it was black and white and had some color in it. But now you've taken it to the next level. You can be simply tape, trace, and paint, paint by number, wall murals, not just for kids anymore, I'll agree. And we got a loved one, and they are just so cool. So tell us how it works. The do-it-yourself project you will be proud of. So tell us about the line.
It's on how to do it exactly?
Any way you want to talk about this.
Yeah. Well, they're very easy to do. They'll come in a box all rolled up, and they'll be in 2-foot wide strips of the full-size paper pattern of transfer paper or carbon paper. And you'll take one piece of carbon paper, tape it to the back of one piece of pattern paper, tape that to the wall, then do that with the remaining strips of pattern paper, depending upon how big your mural is. And once you're done with that, just sort of get it in position, tape it all down, get your old nifty ballpoint pen out, just anyone will do, and just start tracing the lines. And that'll press onto the transfer paper, and that will transfer the image onto the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're done tracing it, peel everything off the wall, and you'll have a giant drawing on your wall, directly on the wall, and then you just paint inside the lines like a giant coloring book. It's really easy to do. A lot of people are a little terrified in the beginning because some of those strips of paper are bigger than they are, but once you have it taped onto the wall, you're back in control, and then the fun begins. So it's really quite easy. We have customers constantly, emailing us saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe how easy this was. I thought it was going to be hard, and it was so easy, and I can't believe it." And all my friends have complimented me on it, and they think I hired a muralist to do it, and I tell them that I did it, and they don't believe me. And it's great. I love it.
I love drawing in between, and coloring books between the lines. It was like one of my favorite things because it wasn't the most difficult thing, I'm sure, if I did it, but and it's such a satisfaction with actually having accomplished it. Now, how do you pick the selection of? I mean, you have so many varied types of designs here. The colors are. You have suggestions. Or how do people know what to do?
Yes, each one comes with a color guide, directions, and a color guide. And, most of the murals have, we even have some one-color murals, but most of them have up to maybe 12 to 15 colors if it's a multicolored mural. And we suggest to buy the little 2-ounce bottles of paints. They're by Deco Art. You can find them at any Michael's craft store or Hobby Lobby or whatever major craft store is in your neighborhood. And you only need like one bottle of each color, and they're like about $1 a piece, give or take a little bit, good days or bad days. And that's it. You just paint inside the lines according to the color chart. And if you decide you don't like that particular green, pick another green. We don't care. It's okay. Have fun with it. Make it match your bedding. Doesn't make any difference. And a cool thing about our murals is the fact that you can reuse them, you can reverse them, and you can repeat parts of the mural or the whole mural as many times as you like. It's fantastic. So you can use them.
So we can have love all over the house? Love mural.
Yes.
So we can put love everywhere.
You could. Not sure how many times you might want that there, but you never know. What you could also do, though, is take some of the flowers from that love mural and repeat them in other places. So
there's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's where that Disney pays off. I can see you're thinking ahead.
Oh, yes.
Walt Disney said, use everything.
I'm a consumer too, and I want the biggest bang for my buck. And you can buy the decals and sure, quick, easy, stick them on, walk away, but it's not as satisfying, and you don't get any mileage out of them. You can't repeat them. You can't reverse them. You can't change the colors. You can't reuse them. And you can't use them on textured walls. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I'd just go straight for the paint-by-number wall murals. It's a lot more satisfying, too, to put that up there and say that you've done it.
And the design themes, you have boys, girls, neutral, adults, specialty murals here, shop by artist.
Yeah.
So you have different artists who have created the...
We have 95% of them I've done, but we've recently brought in a few new artists, little guest artists, and they've done a variety. Yuen Yang has done a whole bunch of dragons for us and a tree, kind of a cool tree. And Jocelyn just finished doing a whole series of fashion murals, which are actually pretty cool. And we've got some, they're basically like, looks like a model standing in front of her mirror, primping for the day or something, and she's, striking a pose in front of the mirror. So they're all very angular and graphic and bold, and they're really neat. And then we've also blown up a few of those, so they're like mega murals, and these are floor-to-ceiling and it's only sort of maybe from the waist up to the top of the head, but it's big, and it's beautiful. They're great. Our mega fashion murals. We love them.
There we go. All right. Well, congratulations. Your website is elephantsonthewall.com. We'll link over to that, and we'll put some text information about all the good things you have. You already have a quote of the day. The design was wonderful. The instructions were easy to follow, and the finished product was better than we could have expected, said somebody to you. So that's all good. Let me ask you, last question. What's good news for you?
Good news for me. Oh, my. Good news is there are always more designs to come. There are more things to design, and I love designing them, and I love hearing the great comments back from the customers.
Sounds good to me. They're beautiful, and my family's going to be working on it. We couldn't on the Father's Day weekend. It was a little too busy.
Okay.
And we will get to it, hopefully this weekend. And,
and you will have to write in, and you'll have to send a picture, and you'll have to tell me what you thought of the whole process.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
My daughter said, no, you're going to need a little bit of time to do this properly, Pop. So, and she's usually right. So.
How old is she?
Well, my daughter, I have grandkids too, so from her.
Okay, okay.
So it's a whole family affair. We're all going to get into it, and it's real cool. So thank you very much.
Okay. And we also do custom murals. A lot of these actually start as custom murals, and we don't. It's not even that expensive to have a custom mural done. So
wow,
that's just an option for people if they don't see quite what they want on the website.
Oh, that's what a great wedding gift or any kind of an affair gift.
Actually, just did this for a baby shower. Just gave one of our murals to someone for a baby shower this weekend. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. That's super duper. We'll keep that in mind, and since this is a recording, we'll let the world know and hear what we're saying right now.
Absolutely. I would, however, make sure that they are interested in a mural first, and I would offer them a gift certificate rather than buying an actual mural for them just in case. That's
a good thought, too.
The design, yes.
That's a good idea.
A lot of fun.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Well, the website is real cool, too. It's very upbeat and happy, and congratulations on the good things you're doing and obviously the happiness you have as a result of it.
Oh, I love doing this. It's too much fun for me, and it's obviously a lot of fun for our customers, so I'm in a very happy place.
Excellent. All right, Patricia, thank you very much for sharing good news with us.
All righty. Thank you, Paul. Okay.
All right, take care.
You bet. Bye.
Bye-bye.